One invention changed the course of human history forever. It brought down mighty kingdoms, reshaped empires, and transformed the way wars were fought. But here's the surprising part. The first gun wasn't invented by soldiers or master weaponsmiths. It began over 1,000 years ago, when ancient Chinese alchemists were searching for something completely different, an elixir of immortality. Instead, they accidentally created one of the most powerful inventions the world had ever seen, gunpowder. From that single discovery came a technology that would change civilizations forever. This is the incredible history of guns. Our story begins in ancient China, more than 1,000 years ago. During the Tang Dynasty, Taoist alchemists spent years searching for the legendary elixir of immortality, a potion they believed could grant eternal life. Their laboratories were filled with strange minerals, dried herbs, and mysterious experiments. But instead of discovering the secret to living forever, they stumbled upon something completely unexpected. By combining sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter, they created a black powder that burst into flames with incredible force. It was the world's first gunpowder. At first, it wasn't seen as a weapon. It was used in fireworks and religious celebrations, lighting up the skies with spectacular displays. But it didn't take long for military leaders to recognize its true potential. Soon, Chinese armies began using gunpowder in fire arrows, explosive bombs, and primitive flame-spewing weapons. Without realizing it, those early experiments had sparked a technological revolution that would forever change warfare, and eventually, the entire world. Gunpowder had proven its power. Now, the next challenge was finding a way to control it. Around the 10th century, Chinese inventors created the fire lance, a bamboo tube attached to a spear that blasted flames, smoke, and burning fragments toward the enemy. It wasn't a true gun yet, but it marked the beginning of a revolutionary new idea. As technology improved, bamboo tubes were replaced with stronger bronze and iron barrels. These early weapons became the world's first hand cannons, capable of firing small metal or stone projectiles using the explosive force of gunpowder. Through trade routes like the Silk Road and the Mongol Empire's vast conquests, knowledge of gunpowder spread beyond China. It reached the Middle East, and by the 13th and 14th centuries, Europe had begun developing its own firearms. What started as a simple experiment in an ancient Chinese laboratory was now crossing continents, setting the stage for a military revolution that would transform history forever. As firearms spread across Europe, inventors raced to make them faster, safer, and more reliable. The first major breakthrough was the matchlock musket, which used a slow-burning cord to ignite gunpowder. Although revolutionary, it was far from perfect. Rain could extinguish the match, and soldiers needed time to reload after every shot. Soon came the wheellock, a more advanced design that created sparks mechanically, followed by the flintlock, which became the dominant firearm for nearly 2 centuries. More reliable and easier to use, flintlock muskets transformed the battlefield. For centuries, bows, swords, and armored knights had ruled warfare. But disciplined lines of musketeers firing together could stop cavalry charges and overwhelm even the most experienced warriors. Military tactics changed forever. Armies became larger, training became more organized, and firearms became the heart of every major European power. The musket wasn't just another weapon. It marked the beginning of a new era, where technology mattered as much as courage. But an even greater revolution was about to begin. The Industrial Revolution would turn handcrafted firearms into mass-produced machines, changing warfare on a scale the world had never seen before. Then came the Industrial Revolution, a turning point that transformed firearms forever. For centuries, guns had been crafted one at a time by skilled gunsmiths. But during the 19th century, steam-powered factories introduced mass production, allowing thousands of nearly identical firearms to be built faster than ever before. At the same time, engineers made weapons far more accurate and reliable. Rifled barrels spun bullets as they traveled through the air, dramatically improving their range and precision. Inventors continued pushing the limits. In 1836, Samuel Colt's revolving pistol allowed multiple shots without reloading after every round. Soon after, lever action and repeating rifles gave soldiers the ability to fire rapidly. changing the pace of combat forever. By the late 1800s, the invention of the Gatling gun demonstrated just how devastating rapid-fire weapons could become, marking the beginning of a new era in military technology. Firearms were no longer handcrafted tools. They had become industrial machines, produced on assembly lines and capable of reshaping entire armies. And as the 20th century approached, another revolution was waiting. The world was about to witness the birth of modern firearms. As the 20th century began, firearms entered an entirely new era. Decades of innovation had transformed simple hand cannons into highly sophisticated machines. Bolt-action rifles became the standard weapon for many armies, offering greater accuracy and reliability than ever before. During the First World War, these rifles played a major role on battlefields unlike anything the world had previously witnessed. The pace of innovation only accelerated. Engineers developed semi-automatic firearms, allowing users to fire successive shots more efficiently without manually cycling the mechanism after every round. Soon, military designers around the world continued refining firearm technology to meet the demands of rapidly changing warfare. By the mid-20th century, lighter materials, improved manufacturing, and new engineering concepts led to a new generation of military rifles. Greater reliability, improved ergonomics, and enhanced precision became the priorities of modern design. Today, modern firearms often incorporate advanced optics, precision manufacturing, durable materials, and modular components. Their evolution reflects centuries of engineering, scientific discovery, and industrial progress. From a bamboo tube filled with black powder in ancient China to the sophisticated firearms of today, the journey spans more than 1,000 years, revealing one of history's most remarkable technological transformations. If you enjoyed this journey through the history of guns, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more fascinating stories that shaped our world. Which invention do you think changed history the most? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.